Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is our review for American Girl. What is this? 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Season 5, Episode 13. I know it's late. Who cares? Okay. We know these folks. It's okay. Do not forget to like. No, that's not how I do it. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. We're gonna skip past everything else. I got like 5 videos to do. Y'all already know to like, comment, subscribe, share, relax, relate, release, center yourself, and on the goodness of follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Okay, it's all in the description box below. Okay, let's get to the people of this episode. Okay, first up, we got Michael and Angela. I don't believe in this. I don't. And I'm like, if he like it, I love it, but I hate it. But I guess it's what it is or whatever. Even saying their wedding is tomorrow. She was all pissed off yesterday at the the bachelor party, because they took me to a place that had naked girls dancing and stuff. I'm like, girl, it was who cares? It was a club, leave it be or whatever. And I was drunk last night, and I may have said some things I should not have said or whatever I'm saying, because I was mad about the party. I'm like, now she wants to sit down and talk to Michael to tell him why she's upset. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what is going on here? He then pull out some flowers that he had made that she wanted, had all the kids and grandkids and people's birthstone colors and shit that we don't care about and whatnot. And she get all emotional. I didn't care. I didn't care not one bit. Okay? Because I'm looking like, I don't support this shit. Okay? I'm wondering, what is he making? What drink is he making her that go with beer and hot sauce? What was that? Was it a fake ass buddy? Girl, I don't know. I don't want it. Anyway, she tells him how he need to respect her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because when you ain't around me, I always respect you. I may not respect you in your face. I may be rude and disrespectful and a bitch to you whenever I'm around you. When you not around here and ain't no other dick around me, I respect you, okay? I respect you cause I'm not trying to sleep with nobody else. We don't care. And you need, if you sorry about something, you need to show me. We don't care. Okay, he then go into, please forgive me. I love you. I'll change for you, my wife. Okay, and I'm like, it's the following day, and they getting ready to get married, getting dressed and shit. I'll have pictures of the dress and the suit he had on looking like Barney next week. But this time, I give 0 fucks. If not giving a fuck was an action, it would be this. Next up, we have Colton and Jess, okay? He tell Jess, Vanessa moved in a few weeks ago, because she doesn't want to stay. She stays in the 3rd bedroom here with us or whatever. She's like, oh, so she in your bed? Y'all fucking? That's what it is? Okay. Because she's not your friend. She's not just your friend. That's not normal. Where is her family? Where's her friends? Oh, you prefer your life with her and not me? I don't trust you. I am upset. I am mad. Okay, we didn't see Debbie coming on downstairs because she hear just, raise her voice. What's going on down there? Your son is lying again. Your son is on some bullshit again, Debbie, or whatnot. And, she goes, what's going on, Debbie? He lied to me, Debbie. Okay, he's lying to me. And Debbie, like, what I'm saying? I feel so bad for Jess, okay? But she brought it on herself. I say, how? How did she bring any of this on herself? Your son is the one who's lying. The only thing, that Jess did that brought this upon herself was messing with Colt. But everything Colt has did was not her fault. I mean, she keep fucking him, I get it. She won't kids by him, I get it. But Colt is the one doing the bullshit to her. And she's taking it, take it to the face or whatever. But who cares, okay? And she's crying to Deb, I'm just so hurt. He hurt my face. I'm like, did he punch you? What happened? How'd your face hurt? Okay, maybe her face fell. I don't know. I don't know how her face hurts or whatever. But Debbie, like I'm saying, look, it wasn't Colt that moved her in. I told Vanessa she can move in. I did it without asking Colt. You know what I'm saying? And she does not stay in his room. She stays in the third. Like she has her own room here, and she stay here because of me. And she lying or whatever. If anything, Debbie had her move in to piss off Jess, if nothing else. Okay, but I digress. Colt then has mom go away, and he just sit and talk. He said, you know what? I treated you wrong. I should have never dated you after Larissa. I was not planning to fall in love. It wasn't supposed to be all this. It was not supposed to be a relationship. But I loved you, okay? And I know I wasn't a good boyfriend. I wasn't a good boyfriend to you, Larissa. Jess. I'm so sorry. I'm saying I'm so sorry. He says in the confessional, like, I know it's over between me and her, and I just because I wasn't good. I kept lying. Yeah, for what? She don't even live here. Let her be. Let her go. Okay, and then we see she leaves. She said, I'm done with Colt forever. He's trash man. I'm like, he been trash. Okay, we then have Paul and Carini. Now, she's been here. They've been here in the States for 2 months. She told Paul, you have 2 months to find a job or I am going back to Brazil. Okay, it's been 2 months. No job. So he decides to take her and the baby to a water treatment plant that just showed you how they separate shit from the water and how they treat the water so she can see how water treated here in America. Of all the things to show someone of how we do things here, you want to show how we separate shit from water? Okay. He also brings up how he hopes by bringing her here, if they hiring, they may, give him pity. They, will give him a job. I'm like, that's not how any of this shit works, whatever. And she's like, why are we here? Like, this is stupid. Like, it's rainy really, really bad, which means it's cold, probably. The baby is in the rain looking at water and shit. Anyway, they walk around and see the shit in the water. Okay, the people tell them that we're not hiring. Okay, but if they got the rain, y'all can go stand inside the barn or whatever to be out the rain. She's like, look, it's been 2 months. What you want to do? Okay, because we ain't got shit here. You know what I'm saying? It's some bullshit afoot or whatever. He brings up, well, I just thought, things would be easier here in America, but it's not. And I realized, you know what I'm saying, things are more difficult here. So you're like, since you went behind my back to see the immigration lawyer to go back home, whatever, I feel like, since it's harder for me to support a family here in America, we can go back to Brazil for a little while. And she's happy, you know what I'm saying? Because again, you got me here, you not working, I miss my family, whatever. We need to go back on somewhere else. He agrees to go back to Brazil for a while or whatever. So once she clears her family, he can figure out what he gonna do, okay? Because he has enough money for plane tickets back there. I'm looking like, if you have enough plane tickets to Brazil, how you ain't got? It's like you wasting money flying back and forth. Get a job in one country or the other and stay the fuck there, okay? But she's happy because, again, she was her family and she wants to go back there. But she also says how I'm not giving up on America. I want to see, more things here. But right now, I just have to go back and see my family. I think Paul ass should stay here and get a goddamn job, okay? But I digress and whatnot. We then see Larissa. And Larissa's going to meet up with someone. And to our surprise or not, she met up with Jess, okay? Jess messaged Larissa to chit-chat since her and Colt are now broken up. And what did the two Brazilians who have horrible English-speaking mouths talk about? How Colt ain't shit. Colt not shit. His dick ain't shit. His dick is small. He's a liar. He's a bad person or whatever. I'm like, but y'all both fucked him. And you kept saying just how much you wanted sex with Colt. Okay, so I'm looking like, girl, the fuck bye. Okay, anyway, just like I should have listened to you in the beginning. When you told me he was a bad person or whatever, I should have listened because I feel like he used me to try to make you jealous because he thought him being with another Brazilian girl would be a thing that would kind of piss you off or whatnot. And he broke my heart because I loved him. I wanted kids. I wanted all these things with little dick Colt, okay? And, he did not give them to me, whatever. And then, he has this lady named Vanessa living there now with him and his mama. She's like, what? Vanessa, when we were married, like some lady named Vanessa would send him a Groupon for something or whatever it was or whatever. And she's like, it may be the same Vanessa. He could have been messing with her the whole time he was married to Larissa. I don't get how Coke keep pulling bitches. I don't get it, okay? And truth be told, they not bad looking. I mean, she looks worse now since her surgery. But you know what I'm saying? They'd be nice looking women. I'm like, is that desperate in Vegas? Well, I guess in Brazil. Because they're Brazilian and they came here. I don't know. And so Larissa tells Jess, you know what I'm saying? Well, you're a pretty girl with big boobs and cold as nothing. And now these two hoes is friends. I'm looking like, somebody get him, Jesus. Somebody get him, Jesus. We then have Kalani and Asuelu. But yeah, boom pow. Okay. Now they've been back from that horrible trip to see his crazy ass mama and his crazy ass sisters for a week now. And they have been avoiding having a conversation about the issues or whatever. And so she brings, I'm trying my hardest to fix our marriage. And said, I'm just, our only resort is therapy. Okay, because if nothing else works and this doesn't work, we can't stay married or whatever. Her mom said, I feel like Asuelu fooled my daughter. Okay, I feel like he fooled her to thinking he was someone he wasn't. And then when he got here, he changed. I'm looking like, Asuelu is who he is. Your daughter got knocked up by a stranger and brought him to America. Your daughter fooled y'all. Okay, let's say that. I feel like Asuelu is who he is. When you marry a stranger, you can't say they changed because she didn't know that man. She didn't know that man at all. She did not know. Anyway, so she go outside and chit chat with Asuelu. You know, he feel like, you know, saying, I don't think we need to discuss the issues. I would lead the fight along or whatever, and we can move past it or whatever. You know, saying we just need to have our families out of our business or whatever. That's hard when her parents live with her. Okay, and it's hard when your parent, your family, Asuelu, is asking y'all for money. So it's hard for that because both of y'all have y'all families involved in y'all lives or whatever. She feel like, you know, the only way to do this, because I'm the only one who wants to talk things out. He just wants to avoid things well. So, you know, these two things don't mesh well, and you know, if we keep going this route, we won't stay married. He like, really, you think it's that bad? She's like, yes, we have to go to therapy. Now he say in Samoa, they don't have the word therapy. So he said, all we have like is a pastor who crazy people go and talk to. I'm like, I mean, pastor, also therapist, or whatever. Anyway, but he said, okay, you know what I'm saying, but I don't want to go to a white people therapist. I don't want that because they won't understand my side. I would prefer if you can find a Samoan person who's, you know, who moved here and they can understand my side of things and how things are in America, so they can get both things versus someone who does not get it all, his side. I think he doesn't know. A therapist wouldn't only look at things from our lifestyle here. They would have to get, oh yeah, it's people who do other things other ways or whatever. So he don't know that because he don't know what therapist is. Anyway, so he's like, I also want, you know, it to be a translator there because I want to be able to speak my own language so that my words don't get mixed up, you know, like they always do or whatever. So they go to therapy. She could not find a Samoan therapist because, you know, they're in Utah and she like, it ain't no Samoan therapist. But she found a translator who can translate, you know, from Samoan language to English or whatever. So, he brings up how, you know, she then says how they just not been getting along or whatever. They keep arguing or whatever, and they went to visit his family and the whole argument ensued. Now he said, look, we fight about money, mainly because my family asked for money and then she says no to not send it or whatever, and she always wants me to listen to her, but she never wants to listen to me. And then, you know, they express that for him, it makes him feel like less than a man, that she won't even listen to what he has to say or whatever. And so she's like, well, I'm just not willing to send them what we can afford, which makes perfect sense. No one is saying what Kalani is saying doesn't make sense. It's how her and Asuelu talks about it that makes it become an issue. You know what I'm saying? And then he brings up how in Samoa, the dad is the head of the house and the head of the family, and the mom is the neck. So there's a line between the mom and the dad that no one crosses. But when Kalani went to go talk to his family on her own and told them on her own, we not gonna use shit else. not nothing. Okay, without first allowing him to also make the same decision or whatever, he felt it wasn't right. That she went upon herself and told him something without discussing it with him first or whatever. He said it made me feel like him saying she tried to ruin my bond with my family, you know what I'm saying, because she went insisting on her own and whatnot. I'm like, your family is full of shit. What she told him was 100% accurate and factual. I just wish she could have expressed to him how things happened without her still being angry that it happened. Sometimes when you tell someone what happened and you're still mad about it, the way you talk about it is angry. So they can't take your words at 100% truth, especially if it's about their family. So I think had she told him like the following day, when she was not so angry, it may have came off differently, but again, it was what it was or whatever. He then makes a great point. He says how, you know what I'm saying, no, she first said, he feel like because I'm his wife, I'm his property, and I'm not. I'm saying that's not the case at all or whatever. And he knew coming here that we were supposed to be equals. So him getting here and acting different pisses me off. And then he brings up how, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, I've lived one life, one way for 23 years. So it's going to take some time for me to adjust, to change to how things are done here in America. And that's the difference. She wants me to just out the blue do things her way, not taking into account how I have been raised. And I loved what the doctor said. He's the doctor, like, you two are from two extremely different cultures of how you live life, And, it's not even about, one of you or you two merging those two things together. You literally have to create something brand new where both of you have to live differently and not one person doing, not one or the other. And that's what they've been doing. She wants him to live how she was raised. He wants them to live how he was raised. Neither of them are trying to do anything new. And they just keep butting heads or whatever. And he like, I want y'all to go home and like separately write out like what y'all think y'all jobs are versus your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all have to kind of iron out y'all gender roles so that if you write that down and come back, we can then go from there. And I'm like, I think that was a great session. A great start at least or whatever. And then in the car, he says to her, like, I want you to be able to get back on good terms with my family. I want y'all to be able to, I don't know if he said that they should say sorry or somebody got to say sorry. Someone has to fix it or whatever. And he wants them all to get along and move forward. She's like, well, as much as I don't want to, I will try to fix things with your family, but I don't know how much of that is going to work or whatever. I was like, girl, probably not none of it. We then have Liz and Andre. And, we see all the family out having a good time or whatever. It's, her daddy, brother, Andre, and her. And they're just walking about sites and shit. They was having a good time or whatnot. And then, the hard way, her daddy, her brother, and her sister tells Andre and Liz how they went and met with his friend, who told them that he was forced off the police force, which pisses Andre off. Because again, why y'all going behind my back talking to my friends, getting information about shit I told y'all I didn't want to talk about or whatever. And then Liz like, I'm so, what? Huh? I didn't know that or whatever. So he eventually comes clean. I was on the police force, yes. The police here are very, very corrupt. Meaning everything is corrupt because you don't make a lot of money. He said working like 80 hours a week, he was still only bringing home like $250 a month. So you have to be corrupt and do things to make money just to survive. Because again, that's what it is over there. Whatever. He said, so being a cop, you have people make you do things, whatever. You have to basically like just go along to get along and ignore shit, to not, I guess it's just ignore shit or whatever. He said, you have to execute orders to the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, things will happen. Or if he's like, they wanted me to do things that I got tired of doing. I was tired of being corrupt to the whatever level he was being corrupt. And he said, I don't want to do it no more. And I said, fucking I left. And I made the choice to leave. So it wasn't as if he was forced out, but they wanted him to do things that he did not want to do anymore, and so he just chose to leave. You know what I'm saying? He said, but I also, came back. I had a talk or whatever. So it wasn't as if anyone was after him. It wasn't as if he was on bad terms with the cops. He just said fucking and left. And then okay, I get it. The brother then said, I still feel like I don't fully trust him. I'm like, at this point, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, y'all asked the friend what happened. The friend said that he then just confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? But because he didn't say I was out here, sucking dick for dollars illegally, y'all upset because it was like, it's just the way the world here. I just stopped doing it. Not because Liz is acting on. I'm so shocked. I had no idea. Like I told you, you already knew. She's like, no, you did not. You did not explain it like that. I don't think he explained. I don't think he told her in the way he just said it. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because if he had, he would not have kept. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. Nah. I also feel like maybe they did not want to talk about it on camera. I mean, it's gonna be on camera. Girl, so when Herman Liz have a little chat because she's upset or whatever, he's like, look, you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry I lied. I didn't want to lose you. I did not want to lose you, but I had to leave for these reasons, but it wasn't as if, I was like out here doing too bad or whatnot. I'm sorry for not telling you, whatever. I just, there's nothing else besides that. That's all that it was. And she hugged him. Don't lie to me again. I'm your wife. I will always understand. Well, let her know that you buried 4 bodies. Understand that. And that was really it. I'm like, girl, they not going to break up. They not. And I'm like, if she likes it, I love it. I don't love it at all. But it was what it was. Lastly, Sinjin and Tanya. So, I don't know why they together. She and him and his family go like little wine tasting or whatever. And the whole family is dumping on Tanya. You're being too hard on him. You're saying too much too hard. You know what I'm saying? You're being too emotional or whatever. You're pushing him to be someone he isn't or whatever. And they keep telling her basically to accept Sinjin for, excuse me, I had too much pop. Accept Sinjin for who he is. Give him time to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. I don't think that she is being too hard on Sinjin. I think she's telling him what she wants. However, you knew who you married. And the point of his family saying, give him time is because it wasn't as if he wasn't this person when you met and married him. And now you want him to all of a sudden be this other person that he never was before. I tell people all the time, marriage does not change a person. If you married a sex-crazed maniac, he's going to be a sex-crazed maniac. If you married a beer-drinking, non-working, barefoot South African, he's going to be a beer-drinking, non-working South African in America. And that's who that's who you marry, okay? And so that's the issue his family has with her. I'm not saying it's right for them to keep saying that to her, but I agree. You knew who he was when you married him or whatnot. I'm not girl. I don't care. So the only good advice from the family, I still think they was assholes for making it seem as if she's the issue, but I digress. The father then brought up, said, look, if y'all get to the point where y'all are arguing more than y'all are loving each other, at that point, those are red flags. You know what I'm saying? Because marriage is not about fighting all the time. I'm looking like it show ain't. It show the fuck ain't no whatever. And then we then see they go meet up with his old roommates or whatever, his friends, the two guys. And they're like, we're surprised that y'all are even together. It's like, that shit is shock. I just, just how things going. And then, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just nothing has been stable, with us at all. And I'm like, why would you? She said that. I'm like, you just put your foot in your mouth. The friends is like, but that's how y'all met. Like when y'all met, it was a whole rush of how things weren't really, stable. And that's what kept y'all together the whole time. So like, why is it different now? Well, I guess, but even though that was that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I still saw a red flag back then or whatever. And I kind of just ignored them and kept going. So, and they like, see, that's the point. She saw red flags and made the choice to ignore them. You know what I'm saying? You saw exactly who he was then, and you married him like he never didn't show her who he was the whole time they were dating. So now for her to have this whole thing, like, I can't believe he's this person still. It's like, but that's who you married or whatever. And so she then brings up how, you know what I'm saying, well, look, I felt like he would be who he kept telling me he could be. You know what I'm saying, or who I wanted him to be, but he hasn't progressed into that. And like, back to what you said, you saw who he was, and you now want to change him. You have to get that his state of mind is different than what you are asking him to do. You're asking him to fundamentally change who he is. And so that's why y'all having issues. He then brings up how, there are no changes. He said, no, these changes are so drastic. Like, it went from like no commitment to being committed to being married to living together, whatever. And I've never been this committed to anything, so it's just foreign to me. I mean, but sending your ass should not have married. They both knew it was dumb to get married. They both were aware it was too many bumps in the road, and they did it anyway because they had 90 days. And now they're paying for it or whatever. And then when he brings up how he just was not used to commitment, she's like, we were dating for 2 years. I mean, we were together for 2 years. He's like, yeah, but like, it was awesome then. You know what I'm saying? We was on vacation. We were then separated for 8 months. You know what I'm saying? I was still bouncing around from house to house. So it was different then. And I mean, that's different to say we were together for 2 years when y'all were in 2 different countries. And for 8 months of those 2 years, y'all were living separately. Okay? Y'all was not together. You knew him for 2 years. Okay? That's the difference or whatever. And then she's like, well, we are not here to argue. Like, I don't want to argue whatever. I just want to get things figured out or whatever. And, you know what I need. You know what I want. You know what I'm looking for and what I need. You know what I'm saying? It's been 8 months into our marriage. I'm just worried that things won't work out. He said, the roommate said, I've known him for 10 years. Okay? And for 10 years, change does not happen overnight. And he's changed a little bit now. And even that isn't that much or whatever. And Sinjin brings up how, I feel like everything's been about you. Like, what you want, what you need or whatever. It's never been about what I want and what I need and how you can change for me. Why can't you, ask me how can you change for me? And I'm like, at this point, they kind of just fussing back and forth or whatever. It's just stupid. And the one roommate does say to them both, like, if you're in it for the long haul, then just be patient. You know what I'm saying? And then her things that I get tired of people telling me to be patient. Like, how long should I be patient when I've already put things that I wanted on the back burner? I've already changed my plans for him. Like, how long should I be patient? Girl, until you're done being patient. I don't know what to tell you, but that's what it's going to be. And that was the whole episode. I mean, all these people on this season just get on my nerve. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.
Stress.